performance.
We made up cheers.
We are the most adorable things ever.
What's that?
Is it Haley?
Is that Haley?
Yeah. Look at Heather. She's really singing her heart out.
Was that me? That kind of, I feel like that sounds good.
Wait, I remember this now.
Oh, I'm singing? When did that happen?
1, 2, 3. This show is about teasing and bullying, resisting stereotypes.
The performers are part of a pilot after-school program called the Girls Project.
I think it was about talking with other girls about things that affect all of us.
Researchers find that girls who develop strength and confidence as pre-adolescents are less likely to become abused or discriminated against later.
We were all like so close, so it just felt like not really a club or like something we had to do extracurricular, activities. It just, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends now.
But it wasn't until later that I realized not every school has a girls' project.
Yeah. When girls talk about the first time they got their period and then not having any idea what happened to them, I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Because I totally took it for granted that everybody like had an open forum to talk about your body and like talk about what made you uncomfortable, but so many girls did not have that.
I have a very distinct memory of Virginia coming.
When I walked in, someone was asking about the doctors who checked down there. Well, guess what? That's what I do.
Being able to ask questions, that was a big thing for me. It's like, even if I couldn't muster up the courage to ask a question, if like, one of you asked a question, it was like, I was kind of wondering.
Draw a picture of yourself and make a list of what you like, don't like about your body. We don't like our hair and our toenails.
That is so important, I think, for girls and boys alike to know that there's a space where everything that you have to say is prized and everything is valuable to everybody there,
I like that we got to say things that we wouldn't be able to say with our parents. I talked more about what I wanted to say than what I should say in Boys Project. I've officially murdered my shoe.
The Boys Project taught us a lot of things that you don't think you will feel comfortable telling an adult or another human being. We did talk about like how different stages boys and girls go through, like puberty.
What starts occupying your brain during puberty?
Like you start liking girls more.
Right. Okay, you start liking girls more. You start to have like romantic feelings.
I think for me, the Girls Project was really like the first time I really felt that comfortable with kids my own age and with grown-ups.
In the Boys Project, you can like speak freely and do whatever you want.
I guess I really like talking about why bullies are bullies, how they might get bullied and that's why they're bullies, and that helped me.
People tease me about the way I dress. Some people call me a tomboy.
What are some of the strategies that we came up with for anti-bullying?
Ignore them.
Ignore them. Right?
It really boosts your confidence in like yourself and what you can say and what you can do.
I think that my favorite activity was probably the heroes and who's your hero, and why, and what makes a hero a hero.
Like, even if you're a kid, you should be working, not like job working, but helping around the house, cleaning, because like your parents can't do everything for you. I wasn't doing any of those things. I wasn't taking out the trash or anything. I was not a couch potato, but I was kind of lazy. But now that I'm growing up and I went to the Boys Project, I learned that there's ways you could like relax but not be lazy.
I like the part when we were talking about these video games and like how violent they are.
Oh my God! What? This is so negative.
I think my general belief that the way that girls look on magazines doesn't really have anything to do with our lives, or shouldn't really have to do with our lives. I really credit that to the Girls Project.
A lot of times we see images of of big guys, right? And that's supposed to be the norms. You gotta get big.
In some ways, those were like really big ideas, letting us know that like we could really define ourselves as women and like didn't have to just fit one specific image.
For me, a lot of the material didn't really click until a bit later on.
All girls have to be like Barbie.
Okay, all girls have to be like Barbie. At the time, it wasn't like I was like, wow, I'm really learning how to combat stereotypes.
Yeah.
And what do we sometimes do to people that are outside of the box, people that we don't consider the norm, right? Whether it's a girl or a boy.
I think also you share what we learned with other people, and always having this kind of self-confidence and believing in yourself. That's a kind of idea that not only you hold like to yourself personally, but that you spread to other people.
No Barbie, no makeup, we're not gonna take it.
I took a third wave feminism class my first year of college, and I remember like sitting down and all this stuff started coming up, and I was like, wait, like we kind of touched on this in the girls project. Like I actually have a really basic 101 for this third wave feminism course, like that I got not like, you know, last year in high school or like, you know, but really like when I was 11, you know, and really regretting that there was such a long gap in my education in that, because it's not a part of, you know, standard public school curriculum.
I recommend the fourth grade girls to come to the girls project next year, because if they don't know a lot about themselves or them growing up, then they should come and they'll learn more.
I think it's a good way to make friends.
It's funny, I mean, reflecting on it now, 10 years after, it's just nice that we all kind of appreciated it so much, and that it's kind of, I think for all of us, everyone said, you know, it's affecting us more and more as we grow into young women.
So